Brett Smith. I'm 34 years old. I've been married for coming up on 5 years. I'm a veteran, former Marine. I went to UConn. I got my bachelor's in history as well as geography. I'm still working for the company that I was working for before I was injured and that I got out of school with, called Thrift Books. I very much am into fitness and just moving around and getting out. That's something I'm very passionate about. Not just fitness in itself, but just people getting out and moving and interacting, with their environment and not just being sedentary. I also like going to the gym. It's good interaction with people. I like getting my heart rate up. It's a good meditation kind of for me, and it kind of resets me as a person. Before I was injured, a very active person. I did a lot of rock climbing and running. My wife and I live on the Farmington River, so we would kayak whenever possible. Just being active with our animals, with our friends, doing stuff like that. And I think that was a big hurdle for me at first getting injured, was feeling trapped and feeling like I couldn't be who I was before, which is, important about why I'm passionate about people doing fitness and getting out, because it for me at least, it let me reclaim who I was before. I mean, you're never going to be that exact person again. It's impossible, but it lets you feel as though you've reclaimed a part of yourself and gives you a lot of inner strength and self-confidence. So I was injured 4.5 years ago in the summer swimming. Simply as underwater, I hit a rock. I remember very specifically the injury. I remember hitting on my left side and feeling a crack in my neck, and then the right side, I literally felt like a carrot was snapping. My mind went into fight or flight. I flipped over in the water, and I was able to enough yell for help before I felt myself kind of being pulled down. Luckily, my brother and mom were there to pull me aside. I was only in ICU for not even 10 days. Then I did my initial recovery at Gaylord Hospital, which is a phenomenal recovery hospital. My therapist really pushed me. Even my nurses were very, they pushed me, and, whether it's making you at first, simply try to wipe yourself down or brush your teeth or feed yourself. Those little obstacles and those little hurdles at first were really good, and Gaylord was excellent at, having people that were pushing me towards those goals and not necessarily letting me make excuses for myself. It's very tough accepting being paralyzed and being in a chair for the rest of your life. I think it's almost impossible to really fully accept it at first. It takes a long time. It's a very hard thing to digest. And my coping mechanism at first was really just lying to myself and kind of telling myself I would walk again. While that was a coping mechanism, it also turns into a hurdle because you don't start walking again and you find yourself plateauing at certain parts. And that's where you really have to kind of dig deep, realize who you are as a person, be comfortable with who you are as a person, and kind of accept the truth of what has happened, And it's okay to have pity parties on yourself, and it's okay to be sad. It sucks being paralyzed. Let's not lie about that. But you have to pick yourself up. You have to move on. For myself, recovery, I was very lucky, very blessed. Like I said, I'm married to my wife, Stacey. She was my rock, so depending on her has really helped me get through the hardest and darkest times. I checked myself into a veteran hospital in Boston when I didn't have to. I could have lived with my parents for a few months while renovations were done, but I decided going to a hospital where they had a really good rehab facility would be best for myself in the long run. That was very difficult for myself mentally, but at the end, physically, it really helped me with, being comfortable with being in the chair, being comfortable with myself, getting more upper body strength, being comfortable with maneuvers and how to do things with chairs, like going over curbs, how to navigate stairs with my wife. And I even went to a out-of-pocket rehab facility called Project Walk for like 2 years. But, the thing is I don't see any of it as a regret. Going up to Project Walk, it built strength within me, like literal physical strength, like core strength, upper body strength. So when you look back on it, that experience really helped me become who I am now and comfortable with who I am. And then I think the biggest thing that really helped me get over everything, besides my wife, was movement, fitness, getting out of the house. For me, that was really important, whether it was getting back in the pool swimming or finding the new sport of wheelchair rugby. Every time you go out of the house, someone will see you for the first time. And it's just about you being comfortable enough with who you are to be like, yeah, that's fine. I don't care that how you looked at me or how you approached me or those things, like, they don't even affect you anymore. And I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not embarrassed anymore. I think that's what I'm most proud of. And everyone in a chair has a different battle they're fighting. Molehills become mountains, unfortunately, and you have to conquer them. That's what it is. Just keep getting up. Just keep moving. Just keep moving forward. That's all it is. And that's why I like the whole literally getting up and moving around, whether it's fitness or not. I think getting up and getting out of the house is very symbolic to everything in life. Right now, I am in the middle of a very new experience for myself. I was never involved in team sports. I swam, I did crew, I ran, I lifted weights, I've rock climbed. I've done a lot of individual sports. And right now I'm in the midst of rugby and learning that. And it's such a fun experience to have right now. And I probably would not have had that without being in a chair. A year ago, 2 years ago, I would not have thought that to happen. And I'm excited and open to whatever else is going to come my way. And I mean, as of right now, I'd really love to start a family. I think that's something that would be great. I think I'm at a point now where I'm confident and comfortable enough in a chair to begin that. Humans are amazing at adapting, and you will adapt, and you will find amazing times. And things are not great without things being bad. It's okay to be down and depressed, but you're going to find great highs again, and you have to be open to them. You can't close yourself off to new experiences because this whole thing is a new experience. The first 5K race I ever did, I was starting to pee myself and there was a water stand, and I was like, I'm just going to throw water in my lap. It's fine. And that's what I did, and it was okay. Think about it like this, too. I mean, if you're lucky enough to pee yourself, you've got to step up. There's a lot of people out there that can't pee themselves and they go into AD. And that, you could die. AD is a very serious, serious thing. So, it sucks, but count it as a blessing. Just take a shower. Wash your clothes. Don't be the quad that smells like pee. You don't want to be that guy.